Welcome to the replay. Today is May 26th, and we are going to be making a few name pages for an order by Robin and possibly continue working on Janelle's custom bullet journal. Just got to pull up my TikTok here so I can get everything going. Welcome here, you guys. Thank you for joining. I'm just getting started here. Hey, Anita. Just getting started, and we're gonna work on a few. So Robin placed an order for 3 journals for her friends' kids. She's gonna do like memory journals for each one. And so I'm just gonna pack those up today. So she wanted custom name pages for each one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're starting off with one for Lucas, and she wants some like vintage car sort of theme for him. And then obviously his name. So that's what we're gonna do first. Thanks, Anita. Okay. So I'm gonna go pull up my Pinterest. Oh, Jessie, how are you feeling this week? I hope this is a good sign that you're here because you're feeling better. Okay, so this is the reference picture that she sent for Lucas. Some kind of vintage cars and his name. I'm not sure if Robin is going to be able to join us tonight. I wasn't able to ask her, but we will see. Okay, so let me just search for some vintage car doodles that look like within my realm of doodle ability. And then like a layout too for how I want to lay out the title page. And then after Robin's journals, I am still working on Janelle's. I need to get these done. And I didn't have a chance on the weekend, so figured that we'd do it on live instead. Okay. Well, I feel like what we've got is just gonna have to be good enough because I'm not really seeing anything better. But let me think of, for layout, I think she just said like one of these kind of cars would be good and then his name underneath. So that's what we'll do for now. I'm just gonna use like kind of a soft turquoisey sort of blue, I think, and then do one of these sorts of cars and maybe add some more doodles to it. I'm not totally sure. But let me hop back into TikTok. Thanks, Laura. You're funny. Okay, showing some good changes. Well, that's good to hear, Jessie. Are you like home full time or have you been in the hospital over the weekend? Back from camping. Oh, Sierra, are you just so sore? Okay, yeah, I believe it. Okay, I just gotta add my little reference picture there so that I can do this name page. So yeah, today we are doing an order for Robin. Robin ordered 3 journals and she requested a custom name page for each as her kind of freebie with them. So that's what we're doing. We're starting off with Lucas. She wants a little vintage car theme. And to be honest, I never really know which page to start on because this one is kind of awkward. But it's not really a using spread, you know, like it's just a looking at spread. So I feel like it's fine to do it. Anita, you're hilarious. Can do more likes with your pen than your finger. Well, thank you. Oh yeah, no kidding, Jessie. Yikes, yikes. Okay, let's start with these vintage car doodles. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit nervous for this one, but I'm just gonna get into it anyways. And yeah, I'm not sure if Robin is gonna be able to be here tonight. I'm hoping so that we can do charms together on live as well. Because she sent me kind of a prompt for each name page, but she didn't send me anything about the charms, and I would love to do the charms on live if possible. So we'll see if she can make it out tonight. This is for, so Robin is ordering 3, 1 for each of her friends' kids. She's going to make kind of a memory journal for each kid. I don't think, like, Robin's not going to fill in the whole memory journal, but she's going to, like, put some prompts or maybe, like, sections, you know, for different ages or something. I'm not totally sure, but that's kind of the idea. So this one is for the little boy named Lucas. And then we've got Leah or Leia and Clara. So we're doing all 3 of these today on live, and then I am still working on Janelle's journal, so I can pull that up for you too. Oh yeah, no worries, Jordan. Yeah, we're still working on Janelle's journal right here. Let me show you how we ended off last time. We did this little quilt theme for November, and this was our calendar spread, and then this was the family memories spread that we made, and then we were working on the weekly spreads, and we've just kind of done this scalloped thing on all of the weekly pages, but we still need to fill this part with doodles and the heading, and then box off the rest of the page. So we're still very much in the middle of a page, but I got this order on Friday and I didn't have a chance to fill it over the weekend, so I wanted to make sure to prioritize that for Robin. So that's what we're doing today. And yeah, I'm not sure if we're doing charms on these or just name pages, but that was Robin's request. She had ordered a previous one with a custom name page, and so she was hoping I could do that again for her friends' kids. So that's what we're up to. Alright, I think I'm gonna not use black as usual. And then his name is Lucas. Actually, I might just do a little black line for the door handle. I know, I should really learn how to use pencil better. I just feel like my pencil sketches look nothing like what I want my marker drawing to look like. I don't know, the kind of pressure that I use when I'm writing, like my printing, anything that I do with a pencil just looks so bad. But if I just go straight in with pen, I usually like it, so. Okay, and then I'll just add his name. What would be a cute font for this? Some kind of maybe like vintage sort of font. What's a vintage font? Let me check with Pinterest. See. Vintage font. I mean, I could do the stamps, but I feel like more of like a fun, you know, like kind of Lucas with this more like swirly letters. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something more like this. But I want to see if I can find something that has like a full just alphabet written out so that I can copy the letters that I want. Right? That'd be cute, hey? Something kind of like this, but saying Lucas. Because yeah, that doesn't have enough of the letters that I actually want to use to be helpful. Maybe I'll search here. Retro font alphabet. Okay, yeah, something like that works. I was hoping to find something a little bit more like, you know, a little bit more creative. I feel like all of the ones that actually show me the full alphabet all look the same. Kind of like some of these. The look of them. I don't know, what do you guys think for his name? Should I do a fun font? Maybe something like this, like kind of a wavy name. It could kind of like fit with the bottom of the car or something. Add a few like, I don't know. Hey, Keelan. We're working on a name page right now for Robin's order for Lucas. I'm having a hard time choosing a font. So Allie, there's actually a journal available right now. So if you click my link, it will take you to the price. It's always so hard for me to give a price because it depends on what currency you use. I use Canadian dollars, so what I say isn't going to apply to you if you're from the States or something. Right now it's on a 30% off sale. Sometimes it's on a different sale. So I don't actually always know the exact price because I just, apply the sale. I don't check, how many dollars or cents that makes it. And it depends how many months you want. So you can, if you just go click the link and choose the number of months you want, it will tell you the price. Okay, I'm not making any progress with this. Okay, well, I'm just gonna open this up and do some kind of Lucas font under here. Maybe let's start the L here. All right, and I'm gonna just kind of darken up this side a little bit so it looks like a little bit 3D, so to add a bit of depth. Okay, I feel like I need to add something around, some kind of border. Maybe like, what do you think about like 3 just like plain stripes in 3 kind of like vintagey colors? Blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow. That look good? I think I might do that. Oh yeah, some lines behind the car like it's driving. Could do that. Car track, racetrack. Oh, I don't know how to draw racetracks. I'm gonna do the stripe thing and then see. Because I feel like that I see that on vintage bullet journal themes all the time. Like these 3 colors just like in stripes. Oops, wrong color. Just about did that again in blue. All right, and Robin, if Robin is here, let me know that you're here and we will talk charms and stuff, because we didn't talk about that at all in our messages. Oh, Rachel, no, I did not finish the family memories journal. We're gonna keep doing that one. I got this order on Friday and didn't have a chance to fill it over the weekend, and it was for Robin and she requested name pages, so I figured we'd just start with that on live. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. This is just the freebie, so I don't want to labor over it too long. But yeah, there we go. That's Lucas's. Then we've got, I need to pull up my photos from her again, because we've got 2 more. One for Leah or Leia, I'm not totally sure. And she wanted ladybugs on that one in a vanilla journal. So Lucas had clay. Hey, Quartz. Thank you for joining. And then Leia is going to have ladybugs. I did not finish the last one. No, we are absolutely going to finish it. I got this order from Robin on Friday and didn't fill it over the weekend. So I wanted to fill this first thing today so I can mail it off to her as soon as possible. And so the freebie, when you order any empty journal, you get to choose your own charms for the journal. And then Robin asked for name pages. I do that sometimes as the freebie. Or you can choose a pack of markers if anyone is interested. But for Robin's freebie, she asked specifically for a name page because I've done that for her in the past and she was hoping I could do it again. So for Leah, we're going to do a ladybug theme. And so let me just, how can I make this full screen? So this is what Robin sent as inspiration. So there's this one here, ladybugs kind of moving across the page. Then there's this one, ladybugs like filling the page. And then there's this one here with just kind of like a flower and ladybug doodle on the side. So why don't we vote on these ones? If one of my mods is here and would like to put a little poll up, would you mind doing a poll for 3 options? And then we can just choose one of these themes, and then we'll probably do a poll for the font that we use as well. So we'll do a couple polls and then we'll be ready to jump right in. Okay, awesome, Jessie. Thank you so much. So let's make option 1 is going to be to do this kind of ladybug theme with the ladybugs moving across the page. Option 2 is to do this kind of ladybug theme with the ladybugs. Ooh. Okay, apparently I can't zoom in on this picture. Yeah, whatever. Is to have ladybugs and leaves filling the page. And then option 3 is to have ladybugs and flowers going up the side with her name over here. So those are the 3 options. You should see a little like clipboard icon pop up under my name. And so just click on there and vote for your favorite option for a ladybug theme. So this is option 1, ladybugs moving across the page. Option 2, ladybugs and leaves filling the page. And then option 3 is ladybugs and flowers up the side and then her name over here. And I need to, before I actually lock this page in, I need to remember to check the spelling of her name because it's not, I feel like Leah is one that I just can't be sure on. I mean, I should check the spelling all the time anyways, but okay. So let me show those one more time while the poll's going. This is option 1, ladybugs moving across. Option 2, ladybugs just kind of filling the page and some leaves. And then option 3, a little kind of flower and leafy design going up the side with her name over here. Go ahead and put your vote in the poll. And I'm going to go back into TikTok so I can see what you guys are up to. Yes, Jesse. I think that's a great idea to do kind of like the theme and the name and the letter of the name. I'll run that by Robin first, but okay, option 3. I've got to say I'm surprised, to be honest. You were followed? You mean you were followed me and now it says you unfollowed? That's weird. Okay, option 3. So let's choose a color palette then. So we need a flower color, a ladybug color, and a leaf color. That's so weird, Sierra. I've heard of that happening when people follow, like, I don't know, controversial people, but not when you follow a bullet journaler. Okay, so let's vote on our ladybug color first. I'm gonna choose a few, kind of a variety of reds here. Thank you for the follow. And we can vote on a red that we like. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to do a butterfly like the picture had. Instead, I'm going to do more ladybugs, I think. I know, right, Jesse? Sometimes I can predict which one's going to win. I'm like, oh yeah, this one's going to win by a landslide, and it does. And then sometimes it really catches me off guard. I just want to quickly pop into my Instagram on here and just check to see if Robin has replied. No, she hasn't. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Why did I do that in the middle of this? Okay, could you do another poll? 4 options. I don't know why I decided to check my messages in the middle of that instead of while you guys are voting. So this is for a ladybug color. So we've got kind of a lighter orangish red. Then we've got option 2 is more of a true red. Option 3 is the red that we used so much in Patty's journal. We were constantly voting for it. And then option 4 is more of like a deep red. So we'll choose our ladybug color, and then based on that color, I'll swatch a few colors for flowers. That's true, Sierra. 3 does look good for a little girl. When I think about it that way, it does make sense. I just feel like, I don't know, I loved option 2. But honestly, that's probably just because it was like the best penmanship of the 3. And that's the kind of thing that I feel like I notice very quickly. 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a ladybug color. Oh yeah, quartz. Okay, option 2. All right. Red. Sounds good. So based on option 2, oh, thank you, Nikki, for the gift. Let's choose some flower colors then. I feel like that's such a bright red to pair with a pink. You know, part of me feels like pairing it with yellow or blue or something instead. But let me swatch some pinks and see if we can find something that looks good with that red. So let's do 1. Alana, so this is just an empty journal. It's not a custom. There's no wait list for this. And right now, actually, I do have 1 custom slot open. I don't do a wait list, so it's just first come, first serve. And this one is still available. If anyone's interested, you can just click my link. Okay, but I'm not sold on pairing a pink with that bright red. So how about I do... What do you guys think? Does pink go with that? It is for a little girl though. So I feel like pink, maybe. I'm just gonna swatch a few colors and see what comes of it. I know, I feel like I personally am often not a fan of pink and red paired together. I know some people like that. A lilac color. Oh, Gilbert, we're just doing some... So Robin ordered just empty journals for 3 of her friends' kids, but asked for name pages, and I didn't have a chance to do it over the weekend. So we're just going to quickly do those now. Light blue, the first pink. Okay, well, we could do 3 colors, like 2 flower colors. So how about, Jessie, could we just get like a 1 minute or even 30-second poll or something for a pink? We'll vote for a pink, and then, okay, I should try to get one more pink in there though before you start the vote. One more, something pretty bright. It's hard to find a pink that's bright but isn't gonna clash. Okay, this is kind of a purplish pink. That might be, that's something different anyways. So let's do that. So yeah, Jessie, if we could get just like a shorter poll, a minute or 30 seconds or something, to vote on a pink that goes with that red. And then we can vote on something from the 3rd row if you guys think we should add another color. So go to the clipboard right underneath my name and vote on one of these pinks to pair with the red. The pink is for flower color and the red is a ladybug. If you guys could just do your votes on the poll, then it will add it all up nicely for us. And I'm wondering, I feel like... just trying to decide if I should add more options to this row for like our 3rd color. Option 1, okay. Okay, well, let's vote on this. And if anyone, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let's put this in. Could we add a 5th option for this one, Jessie? Because that, I feel like that purple, if we're gonna go the whole like, you know, Valentine's Day color palette here, red, pink, we could add that sort of pinkish purple. What do you guys think? More options, another purple. What other purples do I have that would go well? Sorry, the poll's probably already up, but if you guys are like, no, we need that one, then just tell me. Oh, hey, Verlena. How's it going? This one is a light purple. I don't know why it looks so blue right now, but it is my light purple. Like, we've been using it as purple in this whole journal that we've been working on, but I do have like a different light purple with more of a reddish undertone. More red than this one, that is. Right on the top looks good with them. This is so not my natural color palette, so I'm glad you guys have strong opinions on it, because I like, as soon as you pair red and pink, I'm lost. I don't know what to add to that. Okay, oh, Chloe, this is not a new journal. We're just doing option 4, and then 5 was close behind. For those of you who voted option 4, is this better? This purple here, better than that bluish purple? Love the purple under. Okay. That's better, because I'm looking at this. I'm like, 4 in my head is the worst one to pair with those, but that looks better to me to do this purple. Okay, let's do that. I will put away the rest of these so that I don't accidentally use the wrong marker. Oh, and then we need a green. So pairing with these 3, we need a green for all of the plants, like the leafy parts. So I'm going to swatch the 2 greens that we've been using in our other journal, just because I've got them right here. And then let me grab some brighter ones from my Crayola Super Tips. Well, that one's not really brighter. I'll get one bright one in there. Okay. Let's choose a green for the stems and stuff, and then we'll get started. Okay, so these are the 3 that you've picked. I guess I can put them right underneath the greens if you want. Yeah, those are the 4 green options to pair with these 3 other colors. She's a young girl. I don't know how old, like 3 or 4. So we're going bright and girly. So let me know what you like from there. I'm just going to put away my other markers so I don't grab the wrong ones. And then I want to go back to my conversation with Robin to make sure that I spell her name right. Okay. Leia. Okay. L-E-I-A. L-E-I-A. Yes, sorry, you guys can just vote in the poll that's right underneath my name. Option 1. Okay. I agree with that. This is so this isn't a full new journal. We're just, the freebie when you order a journal from me is I'll draw the name page for you. And so Robin ordered 3 journals. So we just are doing like quick name pages in each one. So we just did Lucas's for her friend's son. Now we're doing Leia, her friend's daughter, and then we're going to do Clara, and then we are going to move on and keep working on our other journal. Unless if someone else orders, then we'll just keep pumping out name pages tonight because may as well. We're on a roll. Okay, so we're going to do a little kind of illustration over here with some ladybugs crawling up some flowers. So I'm going to place the ladybugs first because I like going in straight with marker. All right, and then we'll add some flowers in both of these colors. And they're going to be kind of like cartoony little girl sort of flowers. So nothing too like realistic or anything. All right, but I am gonna add some more black to these. All right, then let's add in our green. Okay, and then we should just vote on how to do her name. So we're going to be writing Leah over here. So let's see. Can we do a poll for 3 options? So option 1 is going to be just like black calligraphy using a Tombow Fudenosuke. So about like, you know, as tall as one of my fingers kind of thing. Not super huge. Black calligraphy Leah. That's option 1. Option 2 is to pick one of our key colors, probably red because ladybugs are her thing, and do bigger calligraphy Leah with red. That's option 2. And then option 3 is going to take all of our colors, or wait, how many letters are in Leah? 4. Yeah, so all of our colors, pink, red, purple, green, and do calligraphy Leah, but switch up the color for each letter. That's option 3. So if you just tap the poll right underneath my name here, option 1 is all black calligraphy, a bit smaller because I'd use a Tombow Fudenosuke, so like this tall. Option 2 is to take one of our key colors, probably red, and do bigger calligraphy Leah. And option 3 is to cycle through all 4 of our key colors to write her name. And then we'll be done with this one. And we will do one more name page for Robin's order. But yeah, anyone who places an order tonight on live, you can choose either a name page like this or a pack of markers of your choice. I've got 3 different marker pack options for all orders placed with code LIVE50. You also get to choose your own charms. I got a bunch of different charms. So yeah, that's kind of the special for tonight. I realize this ladybug is just like floating in space here, which is funny because I did the ladybugs first so that I would avoid doing exactly that. So whoops, I'll add some leaves for him to climb on. No problem. Jess, exactly. That's how I felt with the pack of 100 as well. I love the colors, but they don't have any super light neutrals for like adding highlights and stuff like I like to do. So Tombow, my most used marker, I've gone through at least 6 or 7 of these, is N89. Let me show it to you. This is just cheap printer paper, so it looks a little bit different on journal paper, but not very different. Very nice and light, perfect for like, you know, writing on top of. That's N89. That's the warmer tone. So they also have, oh, that's another N89. Yeah, because it's my favorite. They also have N95, which is very, very similar, but the cooler tone. I don't know if you'll even be able to tell on camera, but so N95 is cooler, N89 is warmer. And then for, if you like beige light neutrals, N90 is more of like a yellowy undertone. And then N42 is a little bit darker, but still light enough to like use as a background. And it's a little bit more pinky. But yeah, those are my favorite light neutrals. That, yeah, Crayola has nothing like that. I haven't found any other markers with nice light neutrals like this. I like this one too. N79, but even like my Lyra brush pens, my Ohuhu, I've got a massive pack of markers, got the massive pack of shuttle art markers, and I've never like found neutrals like the Tombows. So this is the neutral lineup that I would recommend to pair with Crayola Super Tips. Let me just write the numbers on here so that you can see which ones you like. But these, oh my goodness, that's a 9. These are all Tombows. That's N42 or 942. Sorry, this one is N79. N95, N89, and 990. And I usually get mine at Stationery Pal. I've got a discount code if you would like, linked in my bio, but you can get them anywhere. I just found the deals were good on Stationery Pal. So, but yeah, that's kind of my lineup of neutrals that I like. Also though, if you do like sort of beigey neutrals, the Crayola Colors of the World has a ton. Like look at all these just like super, super light markers, but there's nothing in the gray category. So, but anyways, let me look at option 2. Okay, what was option 2? Option 2 was to do her name in red and larger calligraphy. So that is what we're going to do. Oh, the one I do clouds with is this one. This one is called Powder Blue. It's a Zig brushable. And now that I think of it, I have not checked Zig brushables for their neutrals. They might have beautiful neutrals as well. But that's the lighter side of Powder Blue, and this is the darker side. Just like the perfect light blue for clouds. Okay, so let's write Leah then with red, and I'm thinking black outline and drop shadow because everything's outlined in black. I feel like it would just look out of place if it wasn't. So that is what we're going to do next, and then we'll move on to Clara. I'll just put this there in case anyone wants some neutral recommendations. White spot on the purple flower. Well, okay, yeah, my outlines are not perfect. It's more of like an abstract outline, but sure. Oh, the freebie marker options. So, I should have brought them down with me. The Crayola Super Tips 15 pack, the full Crayola Colors of the World pack, or I have a little like canvas bag just with 12 brush tip markers. The other ones are felt tip from Crayola, or you can get the dual tip. They've got a brush on one end and a fine liner on the other end. Those are the 3 different marker choices for the freebie today. Okay, I said L-E-I-A for her name, right? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's do L-E-I-A. It's all good, Brittany. I wasn't actually peeved or anything. I just, yeah, those are the little things that I am like, no, it's definitely supposed to be there. But then if someone else notices, then it's probably good to have a second set of eyes on my work because I am completely unfazed by stuff like that. All right, and then we are going to see, Brittany, and you're not alone. Other people are thinking that too, so it's a good thing you said something because I wouldn't want them to think that when they get their journal, you know? Let's darken up the bottom half of each letter. And then add a little bit of white gel pen, and then we will move on to Clara's journal. Okay, let's just call that good for now. Leah's journal. Robin! You are here. Okay. Oh, you're so right. The edge of the E was missed. Oh, thank you, Robin. I'm glad you like it. And let me show you Lucas's too. We just did Lucas's, this little vintage car. And then we did Leah's. Ooh, 2 dots on the I. Where's that from? Is it pronounced differently? Okay, now we're on to Clara's. Okay, good, Robin. I'm glad you like them. And I'm glad you could make it because I'd love to. I know you didn't mention anything about charms. I don't know if you want the first initial of each kid or something. But you can let me know what you're thinking. Let's get Clara's journal open. And I want to show you the idea that Robin had for Clara. I just screenshotted all of your ideas, Robin, so I'm just sharing them. Okay, so For Clara, Robin was thinking something maybe Disney related. Personally, I thought this was so cute, like little Disney desserts. We wouldn't use all of these, but picking some sort of layout that lets us incorporate like a Disney donut and like cotton candy or something. Super cute. I love this take on Disney. And then I thought this was cool too. So Robin was thinking maybe something like this, but put like things that are meaningful to her. Oh, why can't I zoom in? Okay, there we go. So she's got baseball down there, brunette, mermaid, Disney stuff, soccer ball, like, yeah, just kind of replacing some of the doodles with things that are more meaningful to her. So Robin, do you have any more thoughts on Clara's right now? Anything that you like for sure want to go in one direction or the other, or should we take a vote on what people like? Oh, your husband is French. Okay, very cool. Are you guys Canadian by chance? I'm Canadian, and I grew up, I'm not French, but I grew up around a lot of French speaking people. Either would be cute, so a vote would be great. Okay, cool. So, So this is option 1, but it's not going to look exactly like this. It would be like taking maybe the font style and then like Disney balloons. Maybe let's take that from this. So option 1 is to do a Disney balloon with that type of font for Clara. Option 2 is going to be something with Disney desserts. I don't know exactly how we would lay it out, but a few of these desserts and her name somehow. That's option 2. And then option 3 is what Robin did with taking this sort of bow and wreath idea, but replacing some of the elements with things that she likes. So it could even be one of the Disney desserts from the other page. And like, yeah, there's softball, soccer ball, brunette, mermaid, that kind of thing. So that is option 3. So if we could get a poll for 3 options up at the top, we're doing a name page for Clara. So go ahead and tap the little clipboard icon and vote for your favorite option. So option 1 was to do a Disney balloons sort of layout. Option 2 is to do Disney desserts like this. Honestly, if we don't use this idea for Clara, even if we do, I would consider using it for December in our current custom journal because we need to do a Disney related theme for that one. And then option 3 is this wreath, but with some elements that are more personal to Clara. Oops, there's 2 polls. Okay, so the one that just ended, only 28 votes. Okay, let's ignore that one. Oh, did they both just end? Sorry, guys, now I'm getting confused too. Sorry, mods. I should have a better system for knowing who's on poll duty. And now I can't actually see the poll results because it was ended manually. Does anyone know what the result was? Sorry for the confusion, you guys. Oh, hey, Jessie. Okay, Jessie's going to redo it. So let's do just Jessie. Or just Jess, right? Because we've got 2 Jessie moderators, so that could be confusing too. Okay, clipboard under there. One more time. We've got 3 options. Option 1 is to do a Disney balloons theme for Clara's name page. Option 2 is to do a Disney desserts theme with some of these desserts. And then option 3 is to take this wreath idea, but replace some of the elements with things more specific to Clara. That's option 3. So 1, but really taking the balloon idea from this one. 2 with the Disney related desserts. Whoop. And then 3, the wreath with personal elements for Clara. And yeah, this one, you're right. This one could have one of the Disney desserts or something on it as well. Or even multiple. Okay, let me open up my TikTok again. And let's see who won the poll. Option 1, Disney balloons. You guys are really surprising me today with your votes. Okay, so let's do option 1 then. When you guys were saying in the chat that option 1 was in the lead, I thought surely that was just like a short-term thing, to be honest, and that a different option would pass it. But nothing against option 1. It just, often I feel like the vote is for like whichever one looks more like complex and fancy, which would have definitely been option 3. So I thought that one had it in the bag, but surprise. Okay, so we need some colors for the balloons. So I'm going to start off with a pink. I feel like pastel kind of colors go well with balloons. Yeah, so let's start with the pink as kind of our base for this one. So we've got 1. Oh yeah, Sierra, just give me a sec. I'll just swatch all of our pink options and then I can go look at that one for you. No, that's too similar. I feel like I want something a little bit different. Okay, thank you, Jess. Sorry for the poll confusion. Okay, that's a little bit darker. And then let's get one maybe even a little bit lighter. Ah, that's too similar to the first one. How's this one? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get rid of this and have these 4 as our pink options. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're just choosing a pink for a Disney balloons theme. So you can vote in the poll right below my name. And I'm gonna open up the one that we just finished to show Sierra. There is the finished product. The little ladybug theme with Leah. And then here's the, in case anyone didn't see, this is Lucas's with the vintage car theme. Disney balloon is what we're working on at the moment. And these are just name pages, not like a full theme. So for those of you who were here last week and you're confused, it's because we were working on Janelle's journal last week and we still are. I got this journal order from Robin on Friday and did not fill it over the weekend. So I wanted to fill it today and pack it up ASAP. So we are still in the middle of this family memories journal for Janelle. We're doing the quilting month for November. So we had done the calendar, the family memories page, and then we're in the middle of doing the weekly spread. So we're going to pick this up tonight once we're done Clara's journal. So you didn't miss anything. I'm just kind of jumping around a little bit. Okay, option 4. All right. 4 it is. And then I'm thinking maybe a purple as well. I know, I'm loving the quilting month. I like a lot of the themes in this journal, but I think the quilting month may have taken the lead for me. Okay, let's get a purple to pair with this pink. But they are on strike right now, right, Mark? The last update I heard is that the strike was starting last week, and I haven't even tried going to the post office since. So, I mean, I guess it could be not even existent and I wouldn't know, but here's another light-ish purple. That doesn't look very light. Well, maybe I'll throw the very, very light one in there in case anyone... I know it looks so blue next to the others, but I promise it is purple. Oh, what? They're not even on strike right now? That is the best news I've heard all day. I hadn't even checked. I heard last week, what was it, Thursday or something, that they were going to strike at midnight. And so I just assumed that they were on strike because I haven't been there since. So we'll get a poll up in the corner here for 4 options. We're voting on a purple to pair with this pink. And I just need to put this down because I need to swipe the puzzle piece to prove that I'm not a robot. Oh my goodness. That's such great news. Okay, because yeah, the postal strikes are so annoying because Etsy only integrates with Canada Post, not with like UPS or FedEx or anything. So the prices that it will show customers for shipping labels is all based on Canada Post. So someone might be charged like, you know, $12 for a shipping label, but then if I can't send it with Canada Post, I end up paying like $30 shipping it with FedEx, and I don't go charge my customer that because they already paid for their shipping. You know, like it just turns into a huge mess when Canada Post strikes. So I am so thankful that they are not doing that. All right. Option 1, perfect. I agree. And then maybe a light blue? What do you guys think? Do you guys think blue with this or any other color to pair for a balloons theme? Disney balloons. Kind of going the pastel-y route, so. Okay, you guys are good with blue. Yellow, okay. Okay, well, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a bit of a bigger poll because I don't think we need this many colors for a balloon theme. So I'm gonna swatch 3 blues and 2 yellows. So we'll have 5 options total to vote from, Jessie. So 3 blues, 2 yellows. We'll vote just on all 5 and see which one wins. And I don't actually know what this yellow looks like. Is it too light? I don't know, that's probably fine for a kind of pastel-ish theme. Okay, so we're looking for one more color to pair with this pink and this purple. We've got these 5 options here. Go ahead and vote on the poll. Right underneath my name, there will be a little clipboard, and you can vote for one of these 5 to pair with this and this. And we're doing a Disney balloons theme in case anyone is just joining now. Sorry, I keep wandering out of frame. Then I need to think of how to lay out a Disney balloons theme. Okay, Jessie, I'll count you for number 5 if it's a close call. Because I know mods can't vote, so. Okay, and I have a question for you guys. For the font that we were thinking of using from this one, do I keep the boxes around it? I don't really know where that comes from. I'm not very, like, Disney savvy. Is the box part of the aesthetic, or is it just the letters? I'm not really sure. Option 1, won by a hair. Wait, how many votes? I need to hold up my phone. Okay, so the boxes are part of it. What color are the boxes? Like, is it a set color every time? Okay, option A got 23 votes. 21. Okay, so your vote wouldn't quite beat option 1, Jessie, but close. The box is part of the aesthetic. Okay, so is there a set color that it has to be, like the boxes are this color and the letters on the boxes are this color? I probably should have asked that before I voted for colors, because that could determine our color palette. Black outline. Doesn't have to be a set color. Okay. The boxes are random colors and the letters are random colors. Okay, but if the boxes and the letters are all supposed to be colored, then I'm thinking maybe I should... Okay, I'm just gonna Google this. White box with a black outline. What would I search on Pinterest or Google to find that? Because like I said, I'm not super Disney savvy, so I don't recognize at all what that's supposed to be like. Disney It's not gonna be like letter boxes. Is that what one of you guys called it? Letters. Because yeah, I recognize the Disney font, but it's not that. Oh, Disney World logo. Okay, let me try that. World logo. Huh. I'm not getting anything. Oh, like this? That's kind of the font, but it's not really blocked up like that. Oh, like this. Okay, let me screenshot this and then go back into TikTok so I can see if you guys are confirming. Okay, if it's this one, just put like a thumbs up or some kind of emoji if that's what was meant by this. Marquee, okay. So let's do a Disneyland marquee then for Clara's name. My comments must be super delayed because, okay, now it's coming in. Okay, perfect. Then let's do that marquee for Clara's name. And then maybe just place some balloons like coming up from behind it, since that will be kind of the focal point of the design. So let me think here. Do I want to just do all of the letters in like a darker purple, like on the example photo that I just found? I think I like that. Okay, yeah, my comments are super delayed because I'm just now getting all of your guys' thumbs up. Is that this? Not quite. But it's probably fine. Okay, and I need to just double check the spelling of Clara, and then we will jump into this. Okay, good. I thought that I knew the spelling of Clara, but I just always get nervous that I'm gonna misspell things, so I just double and triple check. And then let's go back to Pinterest so that I can find that font. I want to find where it had the whole alphabet written out in that font because that would be helpful. Here we go. All right, so let's just do Clara. Such an interesting font. How did I have no idea that this type of font was ever paired with Disney? Like when I think of Disney, I just think of like the Walt Disney font at the end of the movies. I had no clue. Like this is like medieval looking. I had no idea. All right. Okay, and then we're just adding boxes of color behind each letter that are kind of like not completely rectangular, like kind of random Let me look back to the picture. Sorry guys, I'm needing a lot of reference photo checks for this one. But yeah, okay, so kind of like random boxy boxes that overlap. So let me just draw these on and then color them in a sec. Oh, used in the storybook scene at the start. Okay, I see it. I guess I haven't watched a lot of the original Disney. I have watched some, but I've never been to like Disneyland or Disney World or anything like that. So maybe that's just why I haven't noticed. Letitia, I have been bullet journaling. So basically I journaled for a couple years from 2020 until 2022, and then I quit until about 2 months ago. Maybe 3 months ago. It was earlier this year anyway, sometime in March. First letter of each name. Okay. And you can let me know if you want pink, black, white, or gold. I think you've seen all these, but I can lay them out for you if you want a refresher on what they look like. Didn't quit, took a break. So I took, with my first baby, I was like really active on YouTube and Etsy and stuff before that, and I had like this big plan for how I was going to fade things out and make it like more passive, more doable once baby actually came. And then I just like went to an ultrasound and was put onto instant bed rest and just kind of had to quit. And so I didn't get to do any of my plan to set myself up for success, and so I just kind of didn't come back. And then I had another baby, so I've just been busy with that. And so I shifted to like digital bullet journals, thinking that that would be a good way to make things a little bit more passive for myself. And it was. I love the digital bullet journal. I still use it all the time, but it didn't really keep me like as busy all year round because I just kind of make it one time. And I decided to just start doing the custom ones again, because I've seen other like small businesses doing TikTok lives and having good success, and I hadn't really been seeing much traffic or anything because I've taken such a big break. So decided to come back and give it a shot. Okay, and then we'll add little, that part of the balloon. Should have just added that right away. And then I'm thinking I might just outline in a darker version of each color. I don't really want to like go follow a tutorial for how to make things look super balloonish, but I am going to add a little bit of like stretching kind of marks. Okay, and then I just need pink. Okay, and then Robin, you were thinking yellow number 5 for accent stars and pixie dust. Oh yeah, for sure. What's yellow number 5 again? Where's my color palette for this month? Because this is from last month. Oh, there we go. Yes, the light yellow. For sure. All right, let's do that. Outline the boxes too. None of the boxes were outlined in the pictures that I referenced. That's why I wasn't thinking of doing those, but add highlights to the box. Can't say I'm totally sure what you mean about adding highlights to the box. I was planning to add some to the balloons. Oh, perfect, Sierra. Okay, because I was like, I'm not really sure. I feel like the boxes are more like a flat feature. But, okay, there we go. Let's do that for Clara. And then you had told me what... Okay, pink for Clara. So we're looking for a pink C, a gold L, and a black L. Let's see here. I need to organize these. I know I say this every time and then I don't do it. Pink C, gold L, black L. Gold L. Okay, so we need a pink C and a black L. Black L, pink C. Perfect. Okay, so for Clara, we're going to do a pink C. And I'll do that first since I've got hers open right now. Okay. Let's clip this onto the bookmark. And if anyone else is planning to order a journal tonight, we'll just quickly add your charms and either your name page or your pack of markers right now. And if not, then I'll move back into Janelle's journal to finish up November. Okay, so we've got Clara with a pink C. Put that one away. And then here we've got Lucas with a black L. This is the one that I want. Oh, hey, Paige. Are you guys home from your trip now? Yeah, we haven't even been working on Janelle's journal yet. We've been doing a few custom name pages for Robin. She ordered a batch of 3 journals just with the name page, not full custom. So we did, oh, this is Janelle's journal. I picked up the wrong one. No, we're still working on Janelle's. So we did Clara, Disney, Lucas, vintage car, and then, whoops. And then we've got one more here just to charm. And that is Leah or Leia with her ladybugs and flowers. All right, so that's, okay, I don't know why I keep opening that as though I'm ready to put the charm on when I'm not. Gotta get my charm ready first. Thanks, Paige. Yeah, I like doing name pages. I like doing full customs too, but you know, it's just such a big commitment that it's kind of nice to just like, whoops. I know I need another set of pliers to make this go more smoothly. You know, kind of nice to just like do a quick name page and then get to move on to something different. I did do the pixie dust. Oh my goodness. I opened this one too wide and now I'm having trouble. I didn't even know that was possible. All right. Time to start a new one. So Caitlin, the price totally depends. If you want just like an empty journal like this with a name page, or a pack of markers, you can kind of choose your freebie this week. That's $30. And if you want a full custom, that'll depend like how many months you want, but you can just click the link in my bio and you'll see the exact pricing based on like your currency and stuff. It's never like a super straightforward answer, so I'm not trying to dodge the question, but the price does depend on a few different factors. So that's what. Yes, Anderson, I did place a nice big order with my suppliers, so there will be 4 new colors of journals restocking probably in July. Brand new colors. So vanilla and clay, once they're gone, and we'll be having new colors, new design, everything. Okay, let me clap. I can't wait to see them either. They said they should have the first like sample done to show me, because you know they can just show you kind of like a mock-up before they actually make it. So the first sample I should be able to see in the next week, but So exciting, I know. Okay, spoiler. What can I do for spoiler? Let me think. For spoiler, I did more pastel-y colors this time than I did last time, but I still stuck with the like kind of heathered linen, which I really love, and I haven't really seen anyone else do it. So I am so excited for the colors. I feel like they just click together so beautifully. And then I did go the route where I have just like a tiny design on the right side between the rubber band and the end of the journal. And then it leaves the rest of it open in case I do want to do some like customization. And I ordered some cute patches and I want to see how that works. But yeah, I'm not totally sure on what that's going to look like yet, but I did leave that option open anyways. Okay. Let me just clear a bit of space for myself. And where did I put Janelle's journal in all of this? Here it is. So let me recap Janelle's journal where we're at. So we were just doing a few. I don't think anyone else placed an order while I was doing that. If you did, speak up and I'll do your order right now for you. But Janelle's journal here, we have been working on for the past week and a half or so, 2 weeks maybe. So for July, we did this little cottage theme with some flowers, and her journal is very different. It's not a typical planning bullet journal like I normally do. It's a family memories journal. So every month just has that little calendar page. Then it's got a family memory spread with a bunch of spots to write down things that happen with her family throughout the month. And then her weekly spreads are mostly just like kind of prompts, and she's got 4 prompts for each week instead of a standard 2-page weekly spread. So that's July. For August, we've got this little pond theme with some ducks, lily pads, family memories page. I love here. You can write the memories onto these little elements, and then these are the weekly spreads for August. And then for September, we did this hot air balloon theme. And here's the family memories spread. And this is how the weekly spreads turned out. And then for October, we did a camping theme. And we did this little calendar page. And then we have her family memories page here. Yeah, Robin, I'm loving this one. I love the themes that we've been choosing. And I love like Janelle's vibe is totally up my alley with more of like the natural greens and browns and stuff. So I'm really happy with this one. And then this is how the weekly spreads turned out. And then we were working on November. So we did this little quilt theme inspired by one of Amanda Rach Lee's spreads. And this is the family memories page. I love how this one came out. And now we are working on the weekly spreads. So the next step in these, I'm going to add the pink and green to this part. And I'm thinking of maybe using that for the boxes as well, like for how we divide this one up. That's what I'm thinking, but let me see here. Well, let me just start off by doing it like this, and then we'll see what we want next. Yeah, I feel like this is maybe my favorite page of the whole planner. But that's a tough call, but it's up there for sure. But man, now that you guys told me the postal strike is over, or not happening, I need to go to the post office tomorrow because, so you know I've been working on those journal kits. And they're not done, but one of the like last pieces that I wanted to order for it, I got a notification today that it had arrived, but I was like, no, that couldn't be. It's through Canada Post, and I thought they were striking, so I didn't even go check. So I need to go check tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have like at least some sample journal kits for a few people to order to kind of see how they go and whatever. That should be happening very soon, I'm hoping. Oh, Anderson, your baby boy or mine? I don't know if you can hear mine, but it's my toddler. Dad, dad, dad! But thankfully, I think the music covers it for you guys, unless it is my boy that you're talking about. So the journal kits, well, first of all, they come with the journal, and then they come with my bullet journal guide, which is getting huge. I just keep thinking of things to add to it. So it's got a bunch of doodle tutorials, a bunch of different layouts with like the dot grid spacing. It's got my calligraphy workbook, and then just kind of, yeah, my guide for how to use your journal in a way that you'll actually use it. And then, so it's going to come with a pack of markers, a pack of fine liners, a white gel pen, and then I'm thinking of kind of having like two variations, like the doodle pack versus like, I'm not totally sure what I'll call it, but like, so the doodler kit versus like the scrapbook kit or something like that. Cause I'm thinking one option will have like more drawing supplies, and then one will have more like stickers, washi tape, maybe stamps or something. But anyways, I haven't completely nailed down all of the supplies that will be inside, but the idea is that it would just kind of have the essentials and then a bunch of tutorials for how to use them in a way that's not like overwhelming. But I'm still working on like all aspects of it. So I still am figuring out the supplies and still working on the tutorial book and everything. So they are not ready to go, but I'm getting impatient. I need to just be a little bit more patient though, I guess, because that kind of stuff always ends up taking so much longer than I feel like it should. Just gonna go make sure. Oh, never mind. I was just gonna go make sure that my husband didn't have his headphones on, but now he's going to check on him. How much will they be? I'm not totally sure. It depends how. So that's my other conundrum, is like sourcing all these different products. It's like, you know, I could just go and buy like the Crayola Super Tips, but I can't get those at wholesale price. So then I would, you know, you may as well just buy them yourself because it's not going to jack up your shipping costs getting them from me. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see how cheaply and yet still decent quality I can source things for. And that will determine the price. It's hard to say. Okay. You can hear mine? Oh, that's funny. I thought it was the baby crying for a while too, but then I noticed some words and I was like, nope, he is not at that level yet. Definitely the toddler being a stinker, probably wanting more books or something like that. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh yes, and Jess, I'll send you the guide for free when it's done. No worries, you don't need a... Like, those of you who buy journals from me now aren't gonna be like punished for not waiting until the guide is done. I want to send it to you anyways, so don't you worry. Oh, so I do this. Do any of you guys do 1 line a day journaling? I have like this 5-year memory book where every year you write down like a sentence or two about what happens that day every day. So it's like at the top, it's like 2021, 2022, 2023. So you can look back on like May 26th and see what you wrote in May 26th, 2024, 2023, whatever. And so I was writing in mine the other day and I read one of the funny quotes from, so my son, who was like a year and a half last year at this time, but he and I had been jumping on the trampoline and he had such a fixation with bird poop last summer. And so one of the funny quotes that I had written down that he said on the trampoline was, "Mom, that's bird poop. Don't touch it. Only eat it," was his quote. And oh, it just like brought me back because he doesn't talk like that more anymore. Like now he talks like such a big boy. But it just made me laugh because I don't know if all boys get fixated on poop, but him totally just like bird poop was like all that he would talk about last summer. Anywhere we would go, he's like, "Mom, that's bird poop, not chocolate chips." Like he always had the silliest little things to say about it. Don't touch it, only eat it. He's such a character. Oh yes, Kylia. Typically about a month if it's a full 12-month journal. This one's just a 6-month journal. We've been working on it for about 2 weeks, but we're nearly done. So 2.5 weeks, I think, is reasonable for this one. It was a 6-month journal, but with a lot of extra pages. So probably the equivalent of more like a 9-month journal. Yeah, universal boy thing. Yeah. Oh, that's such a cool idea, Quartz. Oh, Google. Thank you, Google. That's cute. It's just pretend, Mama. That's hilarious, Alana. I am not looking forward to doing all of the white gel pen hearts on these scallops, but I should probably do that next just to get it over with. Okay, are we almost done? One more. I did not leave myself enough space in some of these between the pink and the scallops. But I feel like once the doodles are in there, you won't notice, but right now it's bothering me. Not bothering me, but just bothering me. So Faye, this isn't a new one. This is still the quilt one that we were working on last week. I don't know if you were here when we were working on it though. So I can show you what the previous pages looked like. So we did this little quilt theme, and here's the calendar page, and then this is the family memories page that we did. Perfectly imperfect, totally. All right, I'm gonna start doing the little hearts on all of the scallops. And on this one, I did the bottom row pointing upwards, the top row pointing downwards. So my default would be to do the same thing again. Unless you think that would look funny having some upside down, but that's what we did before. So I'll just stick with it. And oftentimes I kind of like go over my white gel pen double sort of, or just like kind of scribble a little bit, but I am not gonna do any of that here, because I've got hundreds of hearts to draw, because she's got twice as many weekly pages as a typical bullet journal. So we're just doing one coat and it covers what it covers. And I think I'll just do this side first so that I can move on to the, so I don't need to squish this one down when I just drew those hearts, because gel pen does take a little while to dry. This one's dry enough? Yeah. So Maria, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of stamping Nove and then the dates. And then I wasn't sure where I was going to write the headings yet. So I was thinking of stamping Nove 1st to 7th or whatever, and then filling the rest of the row with doodles. And then I'm not really sure where to put the headings. But I would love ideas for that. I don't want to stamp on the whole headings because then we won't have any room for doodles, you know? So that was kind of the thought that I had, was to stamp on the dates and stuff and then fill the rest with doodles and then maybe just like write the headings really subtly somewhere, but I don't know. I'm not totally sure on that one. Oh, hey, Aaliyah. No worries. Thanks for joining. How's your weekend? Janelle is going to be completely surprised. She hasn't even been watching my Instagram story lately. She's been on Maui, like totally away. So she hasn't even been seeing, like, you know, when I post how the evening went or something. So she is going to be very surprised, which, I mean, that's how I used to do all my journals. You know, I didn't share the process at all. I would just share a flip through of the final thing. And that's kind of how she's done it with me in the past. So that's what she'll expect anyway. She's not really a TikTok gal. But yeah, she's always been one. She never sends pictures, but she always gives me like a few theme ideas and then just says like, have fun with it. So that's fun. My weekend was good. We've been watching Band of Brothers with my husband's family, those of us who live close by anyways. So we've just like kind of whenever we are able to get together, we've all got kids, so it's always kind of tricky because we want to watch after bedtime or whatever. So whenever we're able to get together, we squeeze in like 2 episodes in an evening or whatever. So that's what we did on Saturday. We finished the series actually. So that was nice. And then, I mean, that was literally the only thing I had up this weekend. Other than that, I was just hanging out with my boys, doing some housework, watched a movie. What movie did we watch last night? Oh, Good Will Hunting, which neither my husband or I had ever seen before, but it was good. Robin Williams, always a treat. And I didn't realize that it was like written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They just seemed like too young to be writing movies at that point, you know? But it was really good. And it's not actually a day off in Canada today, but my husband works remote for a company that's like fully remote. And so they have employees in America and stuff. So actually the whole company got today off, even though we already got last week Monday off. So score, we got 2 long weekends in a row, which last long weekend we spent the whole Monday doing like an 8-hour drive back home after spending the weekend away. So, you know, it's still a nice weekend because you're spending the weekend away with family, but it just doesn't feel quite as restful when you're ending it on like an 8-hour drive with a baby and a toddler, you know? So it was nice to have a like back-to-back long weekend to actually feel like a long weekend. All right. Flip them upside down. So have any of you guys set up your theme for June already? I put a poll in my stories about that today, and most people said they hadn't even started. Some people said they'd chosen a theme but hadn't done it, but there was like barely any who have actually set up their theme already, which I haven't even chosen mine, and it's just digital, so it doesn't actually take any work to do. Figure out June when your journal gets delivered. Nice. Do you have any ideas? I went with a kite theme for my printable journal this month, and I just did one. I've been doing 3 printable journal themes a month, but most months only one gets bought, or like gets bought way more than the others. And this month I've just felt so busy with like, while we're preparing to move and figuring out journal kit stuff and ordering a new batch of journals from my manufacturer, which means like, you know, designing the journal itself, designing the packaging, all that kind of stuff. So I just did one, and it was a little kite theme because that one came up a few times in Janelle's journal, and we voted on it, but it never won. So I decided to use it for a printable journal instead. But yeah, my own theme I have not chosen yet. Oh, cute, Robin. Yeah, fruit doodles are some of my go-tos if you're just looking for a simple theme. Very cute and very easy. And is this one in your new journal yet, Robin? Oh, a spiral journal. I have never tried a spiral journal. Do you just use this side and like, you know, fold it all the way back, or do you use both sides? Because I think for me that would just drive me crazy, just like running into the spiral when I'm writing on the left-hand page. But I've never actually tried one for a journal. I just remember that in high school, not liking spiral bound notebooks because of that. So I'd always just use loose leaf. And does it still have thick pages, Nikki? Like what's the GSM on a journal like that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, yours is barely holding on there, Robin. That's funny. Do you think you'll be done it by July, or are you like stuck till the end of the year? I don't really have ideas for the December Disney theme. Other than I really loved some of those Disney desserts in the example picture for Clara's name page, actually. I feel like that could be super cute. Okay, done that part of the weekly spreads. And it is just after 10 here. So I think I'm going to be done with that journal. But since we're talking about it and while I'm thinking about it, do you guys want to help me choose my theme in my digital journal for the month? So for May, I did Monstera leaves, but I did a vote on Instagram and that's what people voted for. Let me tell you the ones that I've already used so that we don't use the same ones. And I guess we should go to June. There we go. So I've already used, what did I do? Okay, for January, I used the hot air balloon, so I don't want to use that again. For February, I did the donuts, so that one's out too. What did I do for March? I feel like I should easily remember this. I literally write in it every day. Oh, for March, I did daisies. For April, I did floral wreath. It's all coming back to me slowly. And for May, I did Monstera leaves. So I'm going to show you the other ones and write in the chat just the name of the one that you want. And then whichever ones you guys mention, I'll put in a poll and we'll do a vote. So we could do astronauts for June. We've got this little baby animal theme, though that one gives me more like wintry vibes. So I don't really want to do that one. We've got this cute doodles theme, coffee theme, black bows, balloon animals. We've got this flower theme. I already did hot air balloons. Lavender. We've got this little teacup theme. Surfboard theme. Seashells. Peaches. And an owl theme. And then the other ones, and typewriter. The other ones are just like solid colors with empty pages, just like the headings, and then you can put your own doodles on them. But I don't want to do one of those. Any stand out to you guys? I'm going to pull my phone down so that I can see. Ooh. Lavender. Balloon animals. Teacup, bow, surfboard, peaches. Okay, could I get one of my mods to do a poll? And I'll just narrow it down to 4 and then we'll do a vote. Is there a mod? I'll just wait until one of the mods says like, yes, I'll do it or something, just so we don't end up with the confusion. Oh, okay, perfect. Aaliyah, sorry. Okay, now it's going. So option 1 will be astronaut. Option 2 will be balloon animal. Option 3 will be lavender. And option 4 will be peaches. I feel like I saw all of those mentioned a lot. So option 1, astronaut. Option 2, balloon animal. Go vote in the poll right up over here. Option 3, lavender. Option 4, peaches. Those are the 4 options. I'll say them one more time. Option 1, option 2, option 3, and 4. Always risky leaving this one up to a vote because so far my Instagram stories have never voted the way that I secretly wanted. Balloon animal. All right, so this is in my customizable digital bullet journal. Let me show you how I do it. So chose balloon animal. You just tap it, click yes. Tap here, open in GoodNotes or whatever note-taking app you like to use. And then it's going to give you this prompt. You can do either. I explain in the tutorial, but I like to import as a new document personally. And then I've got my new month. So every month has like a title. Oh, I should put myself into read only mode. And then you can choose a Monday or Sunday start, Monday start or list calendar. There's a monthly dashboard. You can choose how you like to track your habits. Option 1, 2, or 3. There's a themed mood tracker to color, brain dump, 2 different task page styles, memory keeping pages. This is just like for collaging. Then this one has like some prompts for the month, and this is a 1 line a day. And then all the weekly spreads, you can choose this weekly layout, the vertical one, the horizontal one like this, or a timetable one. So, and I have a bunch of stickers that I like to use to decorate my pages, which I'll show you some of the hot air balloon ones that I'll be using this month. Where is my hot air balloon? Oh yeah. So there's just like a bunch of different like notes pages, washi tapes and stuff that I'll use to decorate throughout the month. So thank you for helping me choose my June theme. I'm gonna hop back onto TikTok so that I can see if you guys have any comments. And then Emma, I feel bad telling you which one I'm secretly hoping for this month because it's not the one that we chose. But I do like balloon animals. Doesn't June feel like a peach month? Does anyone else think that? I don't know. But anyways, that's the one that I was secretly hoping for, but maybe I'll get it in July. I've included that one in a vote for like 3 months already this year because I just really want to use peaches, and apparently other people don't like it as much as I do, but that is totally fine. I'm good with balloon animals. Thank you very much for voting. If you're interested in that digital bullet journal or in a physical bullet journal, you can grab any of it in my shop for 50% off if you use the code LIVE50 as a thank you for supporting me on my lives. I do plan to be back tomorrow to keep working on Janelle's journal. We're going to keep working on our November quilt theme and hopefully finish that tomorrow. I feel like we should be able to finish it. I know we didn't make a lot of headway today because we were doing Robin's journals, but that's totally doable for tomorrow. And if you are interested in knowing when I'm going live, you can feel free to follow me on Instagram. I always let you guys know in my stories, and I will have this replay posted tomorrow on my YouTube channel in case you're at all interested in catching the replay. Oh, you felt like peach was more July? Okay, so maybe there's hope that I get to use peaches in July. And I was thinking peaches for July, or peaches for June, seashells July, surfboards August as kind of like my 3 summer months, but we'll see. We'll see what the polls dictate. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining. I will see you hopefully tomorrow, or I'll probably be live every weekday this week. So have a good rest of your evening, you guys. Don't forget to use code LIVE50 if you do decide to check out anything bullet journal related in my shop.